Ever since Groupon filed to go public, people have been asking questions, a lot of questions, about the company's business practices and long-term prospects. Let's bring in Rocky Agrawal, who's worked in the local business for more than 15 years. He's writing a series of blog posts about the daily deals market, the latest entitled "Why Groupon is Poised for Collapse." He argues Groupon is risky business for merchants. Rocky joins us today from Portland, Oregon. So first of all, Rocky, poised for collapse? That's a pretty bold statement.
It is. It definitely is. But I think one of the big challenges that they have is they're not providing real value for a lot of the merchants who are their current customers. It's a great deal for consumers. You can go in, you can get a $50 Groupon for $25 and go to a restaurant and have a nice meal. But out of that, the merchant sees $12.50 at best. So it's not a great deal for the merchant. And until that changes, it's really hard to see how merchants keep coming back to that.
Since you started writing these posts, you've been writing about these horror stories that merchants have been telling you. What have you been hearing from small businesses about their experiences with Groupon?
Some of the big things I've been hearing is that A, they don't make enough money. B, they get slammed when the Groupon first comes out. So the first day or two, they just are wall-to-wall people, and they're not able to provide the level of service that they want. Another common complaint is that some of the customers who come in aren't perhaps the best tippers, or really treating their staff the way they want to be treated.
You write in one of your articles, Groupon is not an internet marketing business so much as it is the equivalent of a loan sharking business. Explain that.
So one of the things that Groupon has been really successful with is getting small businesses online, getting them to sell their merchandise online. And they've done it in a kind of a clever way. Typically, the way advertising has worked is that a newspaper sales rep or a Yellow Pages sales rep would come to you and they would say, I want you to spend $5,000, $10,000 on marketing. And that's something that most businesses can't afford it. What Groupon has done is said, hey, we're going to pay you money. Within the first 60 days, we will pay you a lot of money to run this promotion, and we will get you customers right to your door. But the way the math actually ends up working out is that you get a small amount of money, and you end up paying for that advertising over the course of time in deep discounted product to the Groupon customers who come to your door.
So if the daily deals business is overhyped or too good to be true, why is Google getting into it with Google Offers? Why is Amazon backing Living Social?
That's a really good question. I'm trying hard to figure that out. I think it's because of all the hype right now. I think fundamentally the business model doesn't work. One of the big things that Google has a significant advantage in that they've got a big pile of cash. When I look at Groupon's financials, I really worry about whether they're going to be able to fulfill their obligations to the merchants that they've signed up.
So if Groupon collapses, as you predict it may happen, is it going to be because small businesses will lose faith and will not want to do Groupon deals? Is that what you're saying?
That would be one potential reason. Other possible reasons is that the credit card companies worry about their risk and increase the reserves that they hold back from Groupon credit card transactions. Another big concern that I have is that essentially after the first 2 months, the small business has gotten all of their money, but Groupon's still on the hook for at least another 10 months if it's a one-year deal. So between months 2 and 10, if that business goes out of business, Groupon, in most cases, is refunding that money and has no way of getting that back. It's not a risk model I'd ever want to take.
All right, Rocky Agrawal, interesting thoughts from you. You can check out Rocky's blog at blog.agrawal.org.